Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys the top 7 cryptos in the AI sector. Now of course, this video is my opinion only. It's up to you guys to go and do your own research, as nothing I say in this video is financial advice. Also, thank you everyone for 4,000 subscribers. If you haven't already, do consider dropping a sub, as I do bring you guys daily crypto content in a variety of different sectors. Also, check out the Patreon, the link is in the description. Many lucrative benefits can await you. Let's get straight into the first one, and that is SingularityNET AGI. Now, this is a pretty obvious one. There's a lot of cryptos in this list. Some of them will surprise some of you guys, but this one probably doesn't, okay? Ben Goertzel is an absolute genius. I've listened to him talk on a plethora of different occasions. He really understands crypto and he really understands AI. And that's great, okay, because you want to understand both sectors, because you merge AI and crypto together and you really make a great combination. Now, SingularityNET isn't just AI, it's also AGI, which is also another interesting sector of technology that I'd recommend that you guys look into, which is like human level intelligence. So they're going to be doing that. They're going to be doing a lot of interesting stuff. They've already opened up their AI marketplace in AI Publisher. So there's a lot of artificial intelligence services out there which you can utilize on their AI marketplace. Now, of course, it's better because it's decentralized, it's more secure, it's open source. We like all of these things, okay? We would much rather AI be in the hands of decentralized systems where the governance is much more democratic, it's much more open, much more pluralist. We would rather that than AI be in the hands of people at the top, right? Very few people, because that's much more centralized and therefore it's less democratic. So I really like what they're doing here over at SingularityNET. I really like Ben Goertzel, and I've listened to him talk a lot, right? It's not just Ben Goertzel though, it's also, there's other guys also in this team. So I'd highly recommend that you go and check it out. And you will see another project here that also is linked to Singularity on this list. So obviously you've got Ben Goertzel, and you've also got Dr. David Hansen, who also was a big developer in Sophia the Robot. So highly recommend that you check out this project. You can see there, Sophia the Robot. And look, these guys are geniuses here. They've got a very good team. A project is only as good as its team. And for me, SingularityNET has a great team and a great project. How high can this go, though, is the question. Now, if you're like me and you're a believer that AI is going to be a major trend in the next bull market, then it's highly possible that we could see SingularityNET do a 20x, okay? That would put it around $1 billion in market cap. I believe it's very, very possible. And in the very long term, maybe in 5 to 10 years' time, we could see this at 10 billion in market cap. I really wouldn't be surprised. AI is really going to take off and grow massively in the next 10 years. And I think SingularityNET are going to be a main proponent of that, okay? So who knows how high this can go? I'm thinking maybe a 20x by 2025. And then maybe we see a 50x in the long run. But this is a really interesting project. And I think there's incredible, incredible long-term potential. And I can't wait to see it. So yeah, 20 to 30x is very, very doable for me for SingularityNET. That's probably where I'd look at taking profits. Some of these on this list also have 20x potential. Some of these have 100x potential. So I'm showing you guys a variety of different size market caps and a variety of different projects. So make sure to drop a like if you're enjoying this video so far. The next one is Vectorspace AI, VXV. So this is the second one on this list. Personally, I do not own Vectorspace AI. However, it seems like a great project. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've heard some people have some slight concerns about the future heading of the project and the team. But for me, I think they are still a decent project. You know, they've got some really good partners and collaborations there. You've got UCL, you've got Oracle, you've got NVIDIA. Okay, so they're not messing about. I still believe this is a project with a lot of potential utility. The tokenomics are quite good as well. You've got 37 out of 50 in supply. So you've got around over 60%, like 60 to 70% in supply, which is obviously good. In fact, let me just work this out. So you basically got about 75% in supply, right? Which is obviously good, not 60. 75% in supply. So it's obviously got good tokenomics. If you want to buy it, you can buy it on KuCoin. You can buy it on Uniswap. So it's listed on KuCoin as well, which is another good thing for this project. So look, I'm not personally invested in this one, but I know a lot of you guys are, so I've obviously got to add it to this list. The next one is another one which I'm not personally invested in. However, there's a lot of bullish momentum around, and that is Fetch AI. So this is another project in the AI sector, and it seems like a very interesting project. However, I haven't gone and put my money into this one, but I am looking at it, right? For me, I think I potentially missed out on getting on this one really early because it's 65 million in market cap. Also, the tokenomics aren't the best. I mean, they're not terrible, but I've seen better out there. It's not awful at the end of the day, around 50% or so. Not too bad, but I've seen better. This certainly can go back to all-time high, and if not, go a lot higher in the next bull run. Maybe we'll see this around 800 million in market cap in the next bull run. Now, when I say I think I missed out into getting in early in this, that doesn't mean that you can't make lucrative gains on this investment. But personally, I would like to look for a lower down project, one with potentially more long-term potential. But of course, Fetch AI is a project with a lot of utility, a lot of potential, and it's got a plethora of different use cases. So you can go and read into it. Highly recommend that you go and do your own research. But look, this is another one that I've got to obviously add to this list because I know a lot of you guys are invested in it. The next one is Ocean Protocol. Now, this is kind of a challenger to the cloud storage / file side of crypto, the data side of crypto. And I'm very bullish on this as a whole industry. I think the world is crying out for more protection of our data, more protection of our files, a much more decentralized and a much more private and secure system would be greatly appreciated by the whole world right now, because we know that big tech have all of our data. We know it's very centralized, and there's basically a duopoly, which obviously isn't very good for competition. So Ocean Protocol are trying to solve that. They're also integrating some AI features, maybe machine learning as well. So I'd highly recommend that you go and check this out yourself. Go and read into the white paper as well. But yeah, this is another one which in my opinion has a lot of potential to the upside. Tokenomics, however, aren't the best. 434 million out of 1.4 billion in supply. This could be a lot better. However, if you really believe in the technology of Ocean Protocol, you really believe in this as a long-term play, then obviously the tokenomics aren't a massive downside as what they might be to someone who only thinks this can 10x. The next one is one that I'm extremely bullish on. So if you've stuck around to this point, you can see probably my favorite one on this list, which is Viot, VAI. It's also the smallest one on the list in terms of market cap, I believe. You're talking a 9 million market cap for this gem. Tiny, tiny market cap. A huge amount of utility in various different aspects of life. I think this one could easily 100x in the next bull run. Okay, that would be putting it at 900 million in market cap. Under $1 billion. By the way, I talked about this gem all the way back in the very bottom of this price. Okay, I was talking about it here in November. I was talking about it here, and I was talking about it here. Okay, I'm up over 10x, I believe, on my investment, around 10x, something like that. So obviously, I'm sitting in some nice profits. However, I think 10x is nothing when you consider how high this can go in the next bull run. I think it'd be ridiculous for me to take profits on something during a bear market, okay? Because obviously, if it's doing well in a bear market, I can't wait to see how well it does in a bull market. If you want to know about Viot, it's backed by IBM, and it's basically online digital services. So it's AI services, which I'm really bullish on. And these are done through the use of smart contracts. If you don't know what smart contracts are, I'd highly recommend you go and read into them. Basically, smart contracts cut out middlemen, and they make it much more efficient to do contractual agreements, right? Or any form of contract, right? It can be an indirect contract or it can be a legal contract. A contract is basically an agreement between two people to do something. And smart contracts can really tap into a lot of industries. We've seen it already through Ethereum and projects built on Ethereum. For me, Viot is one with massive potential to get into a lot of well-renowned industries. Okay, we've got the AI legal assistant, so it can cut out middlemen in the legal system. It can cut out the need for humans. You've also got the sales assistant, which I believe could be massively beneficial to a lot of institutions around the world. I mean, if you can implement this into your business, you no longer need to pay the overhead of wages. All right? You don't need as many salespeople, because if the AI can do it for you, or most of it for you, right? And the calls are only for the very, very important stuff. If the AI can do all the simple stuff, like, what would you like to buy? How many quantities of this do you want? When do you want it delivered? All of this stuff, really, that's pretty basic when you think about it. If AI could take over this, think how many sales jobs around the world could be taken over through AI. It's really incredible to think. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen anytime soon, but obviously it's a project that have big hopes. They're going to be developing as time progresses. They're obviously going to update their technology and make it better as things go on. And you can see here, they're doing latest updates. So they are updating their project. They're making everything better. They're improving their technology. And who knows, in 5 to 10 years down the line, Viot is being used in hundreds of thousands of different businesses around the world. And if it is, this could be 10, 20, or even 30 billion in market cap, and I wouldn't be surprised. But let's be realistic. Let's be more conservative. In the next bull market, I think this could easily do anything between a 50 and a 100x, and I won't be taking profits on anything under 50x, or at least I hope I'm not going to do that, okay? It's very difficult. If you put $1,000 into a crypto and you get a 50x and you're sitting on 50 grand, it's very difficult to just leave that 50 grand in and not take any profits. So I can't promise that I'll never take any profits. However, obviously I'm already up 10x and I haven't took anything out. So I've obviously got high hopes for this. I'm not the type of person to just take profits because I've seen it go up a little bit. I have a long-term plan with Viot and I'm really looking forward to its future. The next one on this list is one I've never talked about on the channel before, except for a couple replies to people in comment sections, and that is Singularity DAO. Okay, this is also part of the Singularity ecosystem, you can call it. And they've got some really smart stuff going on, guys. I really like the idea. They've got this thing called Dynasets, which essentially can beat the overall market. It's basically digital trading through algorithmic trading, I believe, and like sophisticated risk management strategies of AI-powered portfolio management to DeFi. So some really smart stuff going on. Now, we might get to a stage in the future, arguably we're already at that stage, where trading bots are far in advance of ordinary humans. One of the problems is right now, a lot of the markets are done through emotions. So the trading bots can't necessarily track sentiment or emotion in the markets. Maybe they can through like fear indexes and stuff like that. But obviously they can't think freely for themselves. However, that is also a benefit. So it's like a double-edged sword. So in some ways it's also a benefit because that essentially means that they can take out the emotion when they're trading. And then therefore the bots are better. They can also use strategies. They can also use AI, algorithms, stuff like that. And that's what these Dynasets are for. So I like the idea. I think it's very, very smart. And I might consider looking into these in further depth as a potential investment. So look, this is definitely a project on the up in my opinion. It's got some decent tokenomics. You can see here 65% are in supply, so it's relatively scarce, and it's got a very good amount of the supply in circulation. So look, I'm just putting it out there. I believe in Ben Goertzel. I've listened to him talk about Singularity DAO as well. I think this is a great, great play for the long run, and there's certainly a lot of potential in this as a potential investment as well. Now, if we just look how high this one's gone before, you can see it's down 97% from its all-time high of around $6 to $7. I think it's very doable that we'll get back to that stage in the next bull market very, very easily. I could see this going to 200 million in the next bull run or even higher. So another very good investment, right? The final one on this list is Alliance Block, ALBT. Now, some people will say this isn't an AI project, but I've seen it in lists of AI sector projects, so arguably it is. And I've got a clip from their white paper here where it says what makes Alliance Block's DeFi ecosystem unique is our approach of combining human and machine intelligence to harness the intelligence of groups in decision making and governance. ALBT is pioneering the application of artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning ML in aggregating the wisdom of crowds, collective intelligence towards validating, rating, ranking, and curating issuer offers. So you can see very clearly in their white paper, they've expressed the use of AI. And I also put it here in control find. And you can see some of their team, their co-founder essentially, has experience in deep learning models in artificial intelligence. So obviously they've got a good background in AI. I wouldn't be surprised if this does take a good step in the AI direction. They're using AI technology in various aspects of their project, so I'd highly recommend checking out Alliance Block. Also, it's very, very likely that this is ISO 222 compliant. So look, you're getting a good, solid project, solid fundamentals. 46% of the supplies in circulation, very low market cap of 20 million. And in my opinion, this is going to go on to do incredible things in the next bull run. I wouldn't be surprised if we see this at $2 in the next bull run. This has already hit around 350 to 360, 70 million in market cap already. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see this do a double from its all-time high and we see this at 800 million in market cap in the next bull run. I think that's very, very reasonable and very likely as well, right? It's ISO 222 compliant, or supposedly so. If that's the case, this could go on to do incredible things. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I brought to you a plethora of different AI projects. I really do believe the AI sector of crypto is going to do very, very well in the next bull market. I think it's going to be one of those sectors that outperforms the rest of the market. Maybe you could say the last bull run was the bull run of gaming projects, the bull run of meme coins. I think the next one's going to be much more utility focused, with AI projects, ISO 222 projects, and projects in Web3 really going on to do incredible things. I think AI is going to be the one that I'm going to be increasing my allocation into, and I'm already doing that right now. If you're a Patreon of mine, you'll be seeing the buy alerts, you'll be seeing the projects in my portfolio, and you will know for yourself, my portfolio is quite weighted towards AI projects because I'm so bullish on the sector. So check out that link in the description. Come and join me over in the Patreon. There's a lot of benefits that await you. I highly recommend going for the VIP Plus tier, as you will get access to pre-sales. You will also get access to much more, including buy alerts, sell alerts, and private Telegram access. Okay, I'm going to be dropping some pre-sales, and you can guarantee some of those pre-sales will be in AI projects. Okay, so check out the VIP Plus tier. The link's in the description to join the Patreon. If you don't want to join that one, that's absolutely fine. You can get buy alerts for £20. You can get the portfolio access just for £12, okay? If you just want to see the long-term holds. But if you want to go for that bit more, I highly recommend checking out the two highest tiers. These give you early access to everything. You can see when I'm buying before the rest of the crowd. And that's what the inner circle is all about. Crypto payment is preferred. There's already 3 members in the inner circle. This is capped at a limit. So get in now to secure your place, as it will become very, very difficult to join in the future, as you'll have to rely for someone else to leave. So I appreciate everyone watching. Have a really good rest of your day, and I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye, guys.